Whenever we're given questions on spheres, cones, etc., all I need to do is refer first of all to the formula given to me at the start of the paper. You'll see that there isn't a formula for any part of a hemisphere, but certainly we know that a hemisphere is simply half of a sphere, and so we can use this to work out the volume. So because the volume of a sphere is 4/3 times by pi times by radius, which is 8 here, cubed, all I need to do is put that into my calculator and divide the whole lot by 2 because it's half a sphere. And this gives me an answer of 2144.66 centimetres cubed. Now to work out the total surface area, I'm again going to use my formulae. Now the formula that gives me is to work out the curved surface area of a sphere. And I'll do the same thing as before by working out it for a total sphere and then halving it. But this time I've also got to add on the face at the top of this shape, which is clearly a circle. So I'll have to work out that circle as well. And that's because I want to know the total surface area. So first of all, let's work out the curved surface area. And that would be 4 times by pi times by radius squared. And remember, that's given to you in the formula sheet. This gives me an answer of 804.2477 centimetres squared. Now to work out the circle on top, we're going to use the normal formula, pi times radius squared. And the reason why I've got to add that one on is because this question asks for the total surface area. So the curved surface area done in blue, now the circular area gives me an answer on my calculator of 201.0619 centimetres squared, and clearly I just need to add these up to get the total surface area, which is 1005.31 centimetres squared. Now here's a slightly more challenging question for you. I'd like you to have a go at it. You'll have to be able to use the formula for the volume of a cone, provided on the left, and for the volume of a sphere, provided on the right. Think very carefully about what the height of this cone is. That's the only clue I'll give you. And pause now before you see any part of the answer. Okay, because the cone has no height given, we need to work out this height of this cone, the vertical height. Now, the only information that is given to me is the fact that the overall height is 22, and I also know that the radius of this hemisphere is 7. Now, because a hemisphere is just half a circle, I know that because this length here, this radius is 7, I also know that this length here must be 7. And that's because a radius of a hemisphere is obviously the same at all points from the middle to the edge. Now if that length is 7, 22 take away 7 tells me that the height of the cone is 15. That's a crucial step now in terms of getting all these marks. So the volume of the cone is worked out by using the normal formula, using the 15 and 7 as the height and radius. And then the volume of the hemisphere will be using the normal sphere volume, 4/3 times pi times radius cubed, and again all halved because a hemisphere is simply half of a sphere, which gives me an answer of 718.3775. And then clearly, to work out the total volume of this toy, I need to add together the cone volume with the hemisphere volume to give me my final answer. And therefore my total volume is 1488.0677 centimetres cubed.